Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're looking into Rwanda Equip. It's this big national program in Rwanda aimed at really improving foundational learning in public primary schools.
That's right.
We've got the case study here, and our mission really is to figure out how they're getting these results, apparently without just hiking up the budget.
Yeah, and what really strikes you from the get-go is how committed they seem to be to evidence, using what actually works, not just, spending more.
Okay, so paint the picture for us. Before Rwanda Equip, what were the main problems?
Well, the case study highlights these persistent issues: foundational literacy, numeracy. Kids just weren't getting those basic skills down solid.
Unfamiliar story in many places, I guess.
Absolutely. But Rwanda decided they needed a pretty fundamental change in approach.
So what was their strategy? How did they tackle it?
It was quite integrated, actually. You can maybe think of it as like three key parts. Using teaching methods backed by evidence, bringing in digital tools smartly for data, and then building this whole data infrastructure.
All right.
And doing all that within the existing government setup, that's key.
Okay, let's talk results then. The numbers look pretty significant. What did they actually achieve?
The results came quite fast, which is interesting. Teacher absenteeism cut by half in the first year.
Wow, 50%. That's huge.
Yeah, and pupil attendance went up too. The study suggests it's down to better school management, more consistent teaching day to day.
So just getting the basics right had a big impact early on.
Exactly. It seems like focusing on that reliable instruction and management paid off quickly.
What else stood out?
The reduction in double-shift classrooms was dramatic, down 69%.
69%. How?
Well, by using data, apparently, they figured out how to deploy teachers more effectively, how classrooms were actually being used.
Okay.
So they basically found all this extra capacity they already had, avoided building loads of new schools.
Which connect to the cost savings, right? That
Mhm.
$44 million figure.
Precisely. Over $44 million in avoided capital spending because they optimized existing classrooms instead of building like 5,000 new ones.
That really shows the power of data-driven planning, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
Major efficiencies unlocked there.
So how did they actually do it? What were the nuts and bolts of Rwanda Equip?
It was a combination of things working together. First, structured pedagogy,
Meaning?
like clear daily lesson guides for teachers. Scripted, even, aligned with the national curriculum.
Scripted lessons. Does that give teachers enough flexibility?
It's a fair question. The idea, I think, isn't to stop creativity, but to guarantee a certain level of effective teaching, especially for those core skills. It's like a baseline.
Okay, a framework.
Yeah, a strong framework. And crucially, they paired that with real-time monitoring.
Ah, the data piece again?
Yep, officials get daily dashboards attendance, are lessons being taught, how's the school doing overall?
Daily. That's immediate feedback.
Powerful stuff. And digital tools make it happen. Government tablets for teachers, for leaders, capturing the info.
Right, feeding the system.
Exactly. It builds accountability and lets them step in quickly if needed. And there's ongoing support, too. Coaching, reviews, all embedded within the government with technical help from New Globe, building capacity.
So it really sounds like a whole system approach, not just one intervention.
Totally. And the case study emphasizes they did this system transformation without needing a bigger budget overall.
Which is kind of the headline finding, isn't it?
It's a huge takeaway. It shows if you use performance data smartly, guide your policies and where the money goes, you can get big improvements in efficiency, fairness, and learning, even with the money you already have.
So zooming out, could this Rwanda Equip approach be a blueprint for other countries?
Well, it's definitely a compelling example. It suggests that, focusing on data, structured teacher support, using resources well, that combo can really move the needle on foundational learning. Helps meet those global education goals, too.
Right. So key takeaways seem pretty clear. Data is king, structured support helps teachers, and you can achieve a lot by optimizing what you've got.
You've nailed it. Rwanda Equip shows transformative change isn't always about more cash, but about a smarter, evidence-led way of operating the whole system.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How could similar reforms work elsewhere? What are those absolute must-have elements to make it succeed in a different context? Definitely something to think about after this deep dive.
Absolutely. Food for thought.
Thanks for joining us.